All right. This is from the AITA subreddit, and it is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Not Picking Up the Dinner Tab on My Girlfriend's Birthday? I'm in a very new relationship, and her birthday fell on maybe our 9th or 10th date. Up until now, on our dates, I paid the first date, she paid the second date, and then since I've just asked the server to half the check, and she goes along with this fine. Anyway, I thought it would be nice if we got an Airbnb out of state for a week, overlapping with her birthday. So I suggested this to celebrate her birthday. She offered to pay towards it, and so I accepted. Split the travel cost in half, and she Venmo'd me half of that. Anyway, her birthday fell on the last day we were there, and we'd taken turns paying for things up until then. I was hoping to pay for her birthday meal, but the way things fell, it happened to be her turn to pay on that night. Anyway, the bill was a little more expensive than the other nights because we'd gone all out a little bit more since it was a celebration with cocktails and desserts, etc. So the bill ended up being the most expensive meal we'd had there. I picked quite an upmarket seafood restaurant for the occasion too. Hold up. Important note. I had picked an upmarket seafood restaurant for the occasion. OP picked. Hang on to that. The night before, she thanked me for dinner, and I told her it was okay because she could get the bill next night, her birthday, and she said, sure, but seemed a little off. I can't imagine why. Anyway, on her birthday, the dinner bill came while I was in the bathroom, and she hadn't paid it by the time I was back. But I put this down to her being a little tipsy. I asked her what she wanted to do about the check, whether she preferred if I paid it since it was her birthday, and she just said, it's okay, and that she could get it. I accepted since it had been my turn the night before, and she paid. It was a little more expensive than the other nights, $130 versus maybe $70 or $80 the other nights, but not by much, so we pretty much ended up even over the checks as a whole. No, that's that's damn near double, dude. It's just a little bit higher, like 100%. However, she seems to have been a little bit colder with me since then, even though I got her a nice gift. I think I earn a significant amount more than her. I'm a software engineer and she's a new teacher, so I prefer not to pay for everything on dates because I don't want a gold digger. In my experience, American women don't usually mind doing 50-50, but then I have a limited experience. Why is she being off with me? Could it be to do with the check, even though I offered? Was she annoyed that it was a bit more expensive than the previous nights? I did order quite a lot of food that night. Am I the astronaut, or is she being a princess? That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's it. Chivalry is dead. How? The fact that he chose the restaurant... I singled that out because if you're picking the restaurant, you're offering to pay. I don't care how your freaking structure goes with your halvesies and back and forths and what the ever. It's her birthday. I feel like I really need Candy Thunder up here to give some feedback on this too. Okay. What are your thoughts here?
One, I hate the am I the asshole or is she being a princess? No, taking a girl to a restaurant that you picked where it was double the night before for her birthday and then getting mad because she doesn't want to pay for it. You sound like the princess, sir. Ooh. Not her. Sorry, but this is BS. And also, yes, you do all those things for me, but you also know that I'm capable of opening my own doors or picking up my own check with our joint account. Mm-hmm. You treat me with so much respect, but you also know that I'm capable of being my own person.
Right.
So it's a good balance. It's not like you.
It's not to institute some kind of dependence, right? It's not to institute some kind of control. That's not the reason for it. It's because I believe you're deserving of the extra effort.
Agreed.
And I believe that...
I mean,
You're like, yes, I am. You're right.
Hell yeah.
I am amazing. I feel like in the courting process where, they're courting each other, sure, but... especially on her freaking birthday. This is less about the dating process now, and it's more about being her birthday and your birthday falling on a red or white day, whatever their system is, you know what I mean? Shouldn't freaking matter. It's her birthday. It's an anomaly. It doesn't fall within the structure of whatever you have set up normally.
Bingo.
You just showed her that it does, that it's not that big of a deal, that her birthday doesn't mean that much, not enough to stand out from what you normally do. It's a shit move.
And he also says, I don't want a gold digger, but then says that he also ordered a lot more food than he normally would. Yeah. So it's almost like you were kind of being a gold digger because you assumed she was going to pick up this tab. and you ordered more than you normally would at a more expensive restaurant.
And if he had been paying attention to that whole meal, every time that he had ordered something that was a little more bougie, you could probably see the expression on her face be like,
dude,
am I going to be paying for this on my new teacher salary?
Right.
Cool, buddy. Keep racking it up. Yeah, get the lobster, I guess.
Teachers don't make enough. That is well known. Everybody knows that. He knows that, and he did this anyways. Yes, you're an asshole. 100%. You can take your princess ass and walk away because she doesn't want you. Okay, that's all I have to say.
This guy thinks a lot of himself, right?
He thinks he is top notch.
I mean, you're getting to be here with me on your birthday.
Happy birthday.
I brought you to the fanciest restaurant around. You paid for it, but I brought you here. You're so lucky you get to be with me.
If you talked like that, we wouldn't be together.
It's like the zebra from from Lion Guard. Yeah.
All right.
I'm so great. I'm sure she's a gold digger. Of course, it's me. I'll take the lobster with the fillet. Of course, I didn't get her a cake.
I like how when the check came, he also went to the bathroom. He's like, she's got this. I've got to go powder my nose.
Mm-hmm. What is it about dudes that force them to buck against chivalry?
I think it's, honestly, like women are becoming more independent because we weren't given that. Like that was earned. We had to take that. And so I think because we've done that, they feel like they don't have to be nice in the dating world. Not all guys think that, obviously. That is not the case. But when it comes to an asshole like this, they think, oh, well, if you're going to be independent, you don't need me. And I don't want a gold digger. So, like, I feel like that because women have taken more and become more of themselves, then guys feel like that they can act like this.
So it's the same methodology as companies using COVID as an excuse to cut corners. Now men are using women's equality as an excuse to cut corners and not have to be chivalrous, not have to step up, not have to do things because they're lazy, chauvinistic.
Yeah, I mean, there's
dickheads.
women are standing up for themselves, becoming more independent, and to some guys that's threatening, and they have to find a way to push back.
See, I just
that's all I'm going to say on that topic.
I view it as laziness, right? I'm like, it's just lazy.
I think it's just not being a decent human being. It's just, if the roles were reversed in this and I was the girl and I was taking you on a date for your birthday and I knew I made a lot more than you did and it was your birthday, I'd be like, order whatever you wanted. It's on me.
Right.
Like, I don't care about gender in this thing. If you were the teacher and I was this, then I wouldn't care.
Well, you're right. For a birthday, it shouldn't matter.
Right.
And,
I would want to treat you.
My views are old school. I understand that. Not everybody views things the way that I do. And my dad always displayed chivalry with my mom. Like, he was the benchmark. He paved the path that I follow, right? We hold doors open. Like, all of our kids hold doors open for people in public. It's just what we've trained them to do, that it's the nice thing, regardless of who they are or what gender they are. It's
for sure. Yes.
It's to be kind and to do the nice and proper thing and to go the extra mile for people. So when it comes to chivalry, I take it seriously. Yeah, it's about manners more than anything. And I think people use whatever excuse they can nowadays to just cut corners and not have to be kind and not have to give 110%. And it's bullshit. It is bullshit. I do not like this. It's bullshit. And I see it all the time. And, when we're holding doors open for people in public, I don't expect people to say thank you. That's not why I do it. But you'll have, like the DFHB video that we did, you'll have somebody walking right in front of you that lets the door slam right in your face when it would have taken minimal effort to prevent that from happening. And I think you could tell a lot about people by the way that they treat others in those situations.
For sure.
And I
always
want our kids to have the utmost respect for everyone around them.
And I'm not calling you out, but you always concentrated on like Brady or Caden holding the doors for, but I feel like we make sure that the girls hold the doors as well, because I think that's important, because we want it to be, as women, we want it to be 50-50, and you don't hold the doors for a specific gender. It's not like that anymore. You hold the doors for people.
Right.
So.
I think your point and what you had to work on me with was that my default was to train the boys on that kind of thing and work with them on chivalry.
Yes.
Because I always viewed it as something that the man should do. Candy has done a magnificent job of opening my eyes to be like, why don't you teach the girls this thing too? Like, why wouldn't you?